New York City Mayor and ex-attorney for former President Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, is reported to have indulged in excessive amounts of alcohol, particularly before his appearances on Fox News where he defended Trump. News.com has learned of recent claims that shed light on Giuliani's frequent visits to the Grand Havana Room, an exclusive cigar haven in Manhattan, where he would often drink to excess before going live on air. On certain nights when Giuliani was clearly overserved, an associate at the Grand Havana Room would discreetly signal to the rest of the club by tipping his empty hand in a drinking motion, alerting others to keep their distance from the former mayor, according to a New York Times expose. Some of Giuliani's allies, who witnessed his scotch consumption before Fox News interviews, would quietly slip away to find a television where they would endure his slurry defenses of Trump. MSNBC host Rev. Al Sharpton, who was also a member of the Cigar Club, which closed in 2020, joined in on a running gag involving Giuliani's Fox News appearances. According to New York Times correspondents Matt Flegenheimer and Maggie Haberman, Sharpton and others who opposed Mr. Trump sometimes playfully encouraged a server to double Mr. Giuliani's liquor orders before he went on Fox. Sharpton also described how people would purposefully act like Giuliani wasn't present after he had consumed a significant amount of alcohol. Interestingly, Giuliani has not appeared on Fox News in several years, and according to the New York Times report, he has recently complained about this fact on numerous occasions. The report also exposed the fact that Giuliani's drinking habits have come up in investigations such as those conducted by the January 6 committee, which could undermine Trump's legal defense. During one of these investigations, Trump campaign senior advisor Jason Miller testified that Giuliani was definitely intoxicated on election night in 2020. The answers to those prompts could complicate any efforts by Trump's team to lean on a so-called advice of counsel defense, a strategy that could portray him as a client merely taking professional cues from his lawyers. If such guidance came from someone whom Trump knew to be compromised by alcohol, especially when many others told Trump definitively that he had lost, his argument could weaken. People close to Giuliani have been expressing concerns about his drinking for years, but Politico reports Giuliani vehemently denied these accusations. After the report was published on October 4, Giuliani discussed it at a press conference in Concord, New Hampshire. "I do not have an alcohol problem. If I have an alcohol problem, I should be in the Guinness Book of World Records. Nobody could have achieved that if they did have a drinking problem. I was working 24 hours a day. It's a big damn lie." During the press conference, Giuliani also expressed his disdain for the New York Times after its report, calling it a disgrace, and labeled the report by Flegenheimer and Haberman as false.